In this video, I'll be showing you the Recollector app, a smartphone app that runs on Android phones and on tablets. It's a free download from the Google Play Store. The Recollector app is a companion to Recollector, the program that runs on PCs and Macs for cataloging personal collections. But when you have the Recollector app, you can take your collection data with you on the road. Let me show you how it works. Let's start up the Recollector app, which I have running here on an Android phone. When it starts up, it shows you whatever collection you were last working with. Here I'm working with my map collection. And the collection initially comes up in the form of a list, and you can scroll through that list to browse to see all the items in your collection. You can also click and hold to bring up the details for any individual particular item. Let's go back to the list here. You'll notice the elements in the list don't show all of the data for an item. You can select up to 3 fields whose data are used to fill in the elements of the list, and you have complete control over what those fields are. In this case, for my map collection, I've chosen to use the ID number, the map maker, and the title of the map. But you can change that, and let me show you how you do that. Let's go to the menu and pick Fields in List View. And now let's change the first field. Instead of showing the ID number, let's show the date of the map. Click OK. And now notice that the fields are showing a date as the first part of the element in the list. You also often want to change the sort order of the list so you can more intelligently browse through and find things that you're looking for. Let's do that. Let's pick Menu, let's choose Sort. Let's also sort it by date. So let's pick Date, have it as ascending, that's fine, and then click OK. And now you'll notice that the elements have the earliest date first, followed by later and later elements. So you can change the sort order as you want. Let's take a look again at the item details. Let's pick an item here in the collection and take a look at what you see. If you have images, they're shown as thumbnails. And all of the other information, all the textual information that you entered about the items in your collection, they're all displayed here. You'll notice that there are occasional bits of text that are blue and underlined. These are hyperlinks. And there's a number of different kinds of hyperlinks you can have. Let me show you one here, the word burden. I'll click on that. That's a footnote style hyperlink. It brings up some additional information. In this case, it's a bibliographical citation, so it brings it up, and when I'm done looking at it, I can dismiss it. Over here, you'll see the number 15. That's a reference to another item in the collection. If I want to make reference from one item to another in the collection, I can do that, and I can include a hyperlink so that if I click on it, it takes me to that other item. You'll notice now there's also a back button, and that'll bring me back to the item I jumped from. Now the images themselves are also hyperlinked, so if I click on an image, it brings up an image viewer, and that lets me view an image in however high resolution I scanned the image or photographed the image in the first place. So even though I'm running here on just a small screen smartphone, I can really look at my images in their full resolution. Let's return to the list. Frequently you're going to want to be able to search for items in your collection, and to do that you use the Find button. Let's say I want to search, in this case, for all the records, all the maps in my collection that reference the famous Dutch map maker named Mercator. So I can click on the text entry field here and then type in Mercator. And then choose Search. And this takes me to the next record it finds that has Mercator in it. And you'll see the yellow highlighting that shows me where in the record that word was found. There's also now a Find Next button, which I can click on, finds the next one, and I might have to scroll down to find where Mercator is in that record. Returning to the list, you'll see also a subset button. Subsetting is very much like searching in that it finds all the records that meet some search criterion, but instead of finding them one at a time, it reduces the entire list to be just those records that meet whatever the search criterion is. So let's try that out. Let's also search for records with Mercator in them, but this time let's make it be maps that were actually made by Mercator. So I'll type MERCAGOR, and here in the what I'm searching for, yes, I'm going to search for Mercator in the field map maker. Let's do subset, and now you see the list is pared down to just 4 items because there are 4 maps, only 4 maps in this collection that are actually made by Mercator. Now the subset button now says subset off, so if I click it, it turns off the subsetting and returns us to the full list. Now you can have more than one collection on your smartphone, and you can switch between collections, or you can download a new collection and you can switch to that. And let me show you how that works. On the menu, I can pick Change Collection, and that brings me to where there's a drop-down list, and I can choose any collection that the app finds on my smartphone that is a legitimate Recollector collection and lets me switch to that to start working with it. So that's a quick overview of Recollector app running on Android.